Oh, hello, we're Cuckoo, and we're giving you a free
Hello everyone. Sorry. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Cat Monarch, and we're once again playing Master Duel, doing the Master Duel Masochist Challenge. And if my gem count looks a little bit different, that's because they have a special thing going on. It's probably scrolling by in this thing somewhere, where the gems are slightly cheaper. And after the previous couple of streams, I realised that if we are held up for any amount of time above platinum, we are going to start bleeding gems left, right and centre. So I thought I'd get ahead of that and just, fix it while I can right now, while it's a little bit cheaper than normal. But, yeah, welcome back. Hope you're all well. This is, as usual, after a day of work, relaxing. Not really after a bad day at work, after a, really frustratingly slow drive home, honestly. Did we pull anything crazy last time? Yes and no. We have now got a combo to make a level 6 synchro that just costs a discard. Assuming we draw exactly this. We can do it if we draw this as well, but it's preferable to not. We managed to get our second sour scheduling. What else did we get? We got a higher attack rank 4, which is, in a way, targeting protection. So that's, that's kind of neat. What else did we get? I guess there's nothing else really here that we got last time. It's more the fact that I realise we've been playing Light Imprisoning Mirror for a little while now. Almost since we pulled it to, make Blue Eyes a little bit easier. And I guess technically Voiceless Voice, but we're not really that high up yet. I completely forgot we had this. And not only, of course, does this make us able to make Armor Incest monsters in the extra deck, but we can also just forcefully shut down every effect that they could possibly have. Except for hand, but, any light monsters, right? That's just about... That's going to be pretty useful, methinks. We've also been finding out that Clockwork Knight is a very funny anti-Tenpai card, because I didn't really realise this prior. Tenpai very much care about monster type. So if you can make all their dragons into machines, they have generic ways to out Clockwork Knight, but it sometimes puts in a little bit more legwork than it should do, especially if your opponent just isn't a good player. Which has been, I wouldn't say it's been frequently the case, but the players around our rank are not as skilled as those in higher ranks for obvious reasons. Oh yeah, we got this recently. This is funny. Not good, but it is funny. And we are slowly building Gate Guardian. We have a Sangha, we have either a Suijin or a Kazajin, and we have a Labyrinth tank. So all we need now is, some fusions. Oh, actually, Photon Sanctuary is a really good pull that we got last time. 2 tokens, which, yes, it locks you into light, and they can't be used as synchro material, but they could be used as fusion material, or just as link material, tribute material. So, that's pretty good. The fact that you summon them in defense and there's 0 defense is a little bit iffy, because, Chaos Max is just death. But then again, Chaos Max is normally just death, so what really changes? Anyway, enough rambling. Let's actually get into some duels. As I say, I hope you've all been well. Not much has changed with me, continuing to read the, the Echoes of the Fall series by Adrian Tchaikovsky. First book is called The Tiger and the Wolf, and he is a fantastic storyteller. It was not the first series I read by Adrian Tchaikovsky. The first one I read... Ooh, this is a weird hand. First one I read by Tchaikovsky was his series The Children of Time. And... oh, they got something. Maybe they don't have something. Maybe it's Max C. Okay. And, yeah. Children of Time is a very, very good series. Yeah, I think we do this now. Live Twin need the EMZ. Which is why we set them where we did. Because there is no way they don't then use this column. Or they just surrender right there. Maybe they've realised. Or maybe they just didn't have other playables. I don't know. That's a very easy win to start off the night. This is... I feel like I'm talking and then stopping and, not really saying anything. But there is definite reason for that. I have not expected much of what's happened already. 1 pack from our freshly bolstered gem pile. What can we get? Vampires would be good. More Therians would be... Speaking of vampires, more Therians would be good, I guess. Like Forbidden Apocrypha... That's like the worst 10 pie counter we have. But it can also counter... No, it's only really going to hit 10 pie Sword Soul. Like, it would hit Yubel. If not for the fact that they mainly make Link monsters. And the only fusion monster they have is Phantom. I can't think... We haven't really ran into any Xyz decks, so it would be exactly for Synchro, which doesn't make it bad. But it just makes it a bit more conditional than it sometimes could be. Predator Planet, that's not our first, apparently. Yeah, we can't use that. That's a nice card. Probably not for us, but that is a nice card to have. It's nice when you are actually playing Reptilians, because it's basically a 2-for-1. And next duel, I guess. But yeah, currently reading Echoes of the Fall, and Children of Time was the first series I read by Adrian Tchaikovsky, which is a brilliant 3-part series, sci-fi, about kind of like related to space travel and new colonies, let's put it that way. It's really interesting. And Echoes of the Fall is much more like hunter-gatherer times, and still an interesting and different read, just in a different way. Yeah, this is an odd hand. I don't want to set this because the Duskwalker can summon it from hand and deck, but it cannot summon it from grave. And this, depending on what happens, might stump them for a turn, you never know. Right. And if you do. I think, like... That's fine. They put one in their extra deck. They then get the other one. Oh, wait. Oh, no, they must be playing actual mythical beasts. Destroy both it and this card. Okay. What's the target? What was the target? Sour scheduling. That's unfortunate. We'll just pop that instead. Deal them 300 burn. Us as well, but we only care about them. Now this probably does mean they have the mythical Jackal, which I do not like very much. Okay, it is Pandemian. But they are playing either a slightly larger mythical beast package than average. Wait. Yeah, what are you doing with this? Tribute is cost. Okay, that's fine. The thing is, this is more of a threat. But I didn't think I'd be going up against pendulums. That's the spell effect. Special summon both this card and... yeah, there we go. Huh. Right, once per turn, quick effect. Okay, that's fine for the moment. I don't like it, but it is fine. That's a 2 scale. What scale is that? 4. Right, so that's the third. We do this now. They negate the activation, destroy. We hope to steal with head judging. Yes. And if we do this, it's not like we win, but it is significant. Oh, that's big. That is massive. It doesn't have a negate, but it cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. They have a second. They can pendulum summon. I don't know what they do with it. They've already normal summoned. And it's not like you make the Beyond the Pendulum to pop any of this at the moment. Wait. That's hilarious. I don't think there's any reason to do it. But we can just make this. we could normal summon and make this immediately. There's no... yeah, there's got to be like no valid reason. Okay, what are you doing? Nothing. I'm wondering what the face down's going to be. That's interesting. I think we're going to put this just on the field anyway. It's not brilliant, because it does give them counters there. I do think we just go battle phase. That seems to be the right thing. They're on limited resources, they can pendulum summon though. No. I don't want to use Endymion's pendulum effect. Like, okay, this is fine. I don't currently know what this does. You can make a link to Beyond the Pendulum. Search for a pendulum scale. Pendulum summon 2. Turn that opponent's card to the hand and then place the same spell counters. Returning head judging. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll fire it anyway. Because it will either get banished or returned to hand. If it's returned to hand, then it's not used. That's unfortunate. Sent to grave, even. Okay, so now you normal summon this. Now what? Do you go through, like, the Beyond the Pendulum line that I just... No, oh, of course, Electromite. There are a few cards that Pendulums have... Well, there is probably a single card that Pendulums have in Master Duel that they don't in TCG. Maybe there's more. Right. Yeah, their high scales are 8, and Endymion is 7. So it's not great. Okay, Astrograph. Okay, so add Endymion. And they haven't Pendulum summoned yet. And that gives them back an 8 scale, and then they draw a card. If they don't clear the field spell, I still have some kind of defense. And this is technically offering to be just field removal. Granted, I don't think it's going to act as such. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. It's just a dumb move. Likewise, you can Pendulum Summon 1. I mean, Pendulum Summon Endymion, crash the Endymions. But if that doesn't work, then what? Because, yeah, you probably Pendulum Summon here, or Link Summon so you've got another 2 zones. I imagine you'd play, like, one with 3 bottom-facing arrows. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess, yeah, you do that as well. Okay, there's a Monster Negate. Which currently isn't important. I don't like it, but it's not currently important. There's Celine, who gains all the spell counters. Oh, on the fields as well, yeah. And then special summon a spellcaster from your hand to Graveyard. Good thing you don't have that. Well, you do. In defense position, no you don't. Hold on. Ooh, that's mean. You can remove 6. Then count the number of cards you control that have a spell counter. Wait, so currently there's 1 card here that has a spell counter, and so he can destroy 1 card on the field. It's going to be Dark Sanctuary, probably, but we're not going to give him back his Endymion to do that. Unless he just really hates this and wants his... Oh, you've... No, hold on. Once per turn... No, Pendulum effect. Then count the number of cards you control that have... Oi, I want it... I'll read my own. Count the number of cards you control that have a... that can have a spell counter. Not that do, that can. Sent to the graveyard. Yeah, there's Vortex, and then they get the... Oh. No, there is Vortex, it's just, yeah, they're doing it via access code. Right. This can't be targeted, but does Vortex... Does Vortex target? You can target. He's not reading his own cards. I refuse to believe my opponent is real. No, they are very much a person, but that's just... It's funny, they've tried that twice now. Yeah, they get that back now. Right, and we have... currently an Omni negate to deal with. I don't think we live, simply from that fact alone. The thing is, if I put this back in his hand, he still had, like, everything. Oh, he just set a card in his Pendulum Zone. I think they've just realised what they've done. Not that I'm in a position to stop them. That is hilarious, though. Normal summon. What is it? Negate activation, destroy that card. Oh, that's kind of neat. So I can do it. Once per turn. Buckamoon. It doesn't win me anything. Like, it very much doesn't. But it does allow me to just book it. Which is funny. The thing is, it's the only way that they actually do it as well. Because if I just book this, then it's just like, okay, that's cool, and... So yeah, I think we just kill this. 300. Take that, fiend. Anyway. That's the end of the game. Just felt like hitting them for the last bit, you know? I mean, easy win, easy loss, comes and goes, swings and roundabouts. And if you like the streams where I ramble, boy do I have a thing to ramble on about nonsensically for the entire duration, possibly. Because interesting conversation, well, not really a full conversation, interesting thing popped up over dinner, which is, if every word in the English language could only have one meaning, how many extra words would you have then? Like, you know, you can only have either, like, watch as in a wrist watch, or as in to watch something. Okay. What did you banish? Big Bang? Yeah, that doesn't do anything. You send the top 3 cards of either player's deck. Send Dim Shifter. Yeah, we'll do that. Why did this not activate? Did they choose not to? Did they misclick? We'll set one, and we'll call it a turn. I don't think Tearlament well... No, they do to an extent. Tearlament can care about type. But what else is it? Because Tearlament isn't really just a pure deck at the moment. I'll happily take 18. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I wonder what else they have in their hand. Because that is very nearly their life savings. And they probably have combo, so I'm just wondering what's stopping them from deciding to commit. Yeah, that's fine. Unless they've just really, really bricked. No, they haven't. They haven't bricked. They were just wanting me to commit. And we're 650 off, so we now lose. Probably should have synchroed for this, to be honest. At the very least, it would have added a couple of cards back to hand. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know. What is the logic in giving me that extra turn? Because they just had it. They bricked themselves by clicking button and summoning Kashtira, because they then had monsters on the field. That's genuinely what it is. This is an activated effect, unfortunately. So your opponent can banish one card is actually relevant. On the other hand, we can summon it. So... yeah, look, activate effect. That's the problem. 2 or more monsters in this card is in your hand spec. Right, what can we actually do with 2 link material? Like, nothing. And this... battle or card effect, you gotta love it. Sure. Come on. Fuck it. Have attack. Do you want to banish a card? Weird card to banish. Though the thing is, they now have, like, Shangri-La on the field, and it's got 2 protects, and they will have other Fenrirs in deck. Which is a problem. And I can't deal 650 damage. That's the biggest issue here. That will be a great struggle for me. This. Precisely this. Why didn't you just special summon Fenrir? You can't leave this, like, you have to clear my monster now, otherwise you lose, but I think you just clear it, right? Only problem is it's the spell. Did they add that spell? If they didn't get to Fenrir, they die. Unless I'm genuinely missing something. No, if they didn't get to Fenrir, they die. attach a banished card, okay. Now what? No, that's it. Once per chain. No, each time a card is banished. Okay, have you... Okay, there's Fenrir. That's it. That's the end of it. And we were so close. It's not even like they're a good Kashtira player. Once per turn, or once per chain. And now, well, you've both got the Fenrir and you've got this. Yeah, screw you. Like, Kashtira isn't the most unfair deck around, but the way it was designed is unfair. Your opponent plays, like, any aspect of the game and you punish them pretty heavily for it. Like, face down banished is currently the extreme of card removal, which, you know, it should be. Banish face down, considering how, you know, easy it is to get to some of the other things. Also, they wanted me to go first. But considering how easy it is to get to some of the other things, that stops Tenpai. That's hilarious. Like anyway, considering how easy it is to get to things like the graveyard, banish, and what have you, I think it's good that we have something that is like permanent removal. I think it's bad that they said each time your opponent activates most common type card in game, banish, you know, either card from top of deck, from field, or from extra. That was 3 summons. What do you have? Oh, you're getting rid of the Assault Synchron. And this is on field only. Yeah, on field only. Great, I'm now punished for thinking it was Tenpai. Please be Tenpai. Please vindicate me. It's not Tenpai. And they banish my machine. I got pendulum scales. 8 and 3. I don't think that's going to help us out, but we have them. Titan. Oh no, it's, yeah, BLS, okay. Cool, what now? Ah, why blacklist a soldier not working? Are they trying to blacklist a soldier? There's Colossus. I'm not sure we can do anything about this. Then draw the same number of cards. Yeah, we're not covered for draws, we're covered for adds. Adds from graveyard or from deck. Then yeah, this isn't going to be able to trigger. And yep, that's the end of the game. That's it. Punished for thinking Tenpai. Although I don't know what else I actually did. I'll take it first, please. Anything else to catch you guys up on? Yeah, we kind of, John and I finished John's version of the MCU rewatch, which is up to Endgame. Everything else is just, you know, not worth it, which I can understand. So, what is it? We're now watching Goblin Slayer. And you know what? The title might be accurate. Oh no. Please, idiot, and put your monster in the center zone. Like, just be an absolute imbecile. Damn it. Oh, they got the bad one. Okay, so it gets round to our turn again. Maybe they... Oh, they might attack the set monster. Fuck. Man, fuck you. They beat the apex of my play. No, we do not return another card. Now, they do have trap cards. They added one. They added Skill Drain. That hurts your monsters too. Like, they are affected by traps. Right, okay. When your opponent activates a spell card or effect. Okay, we're not going to activate a spell card or effect. They summon Zark, and that's great, but, like, now what? Because that effect is negated. Not going to spend anything on that. Right, now the question is, what is what round here? We can bounce this back to hand. I think, yeah, they have to respond to this, really. This is a trap effect, so we can still get this. If they just Unga Bunga to Monster Zone, you know, 3, then we can pop it. Whatever it is. Right. Into Kentragina. Into Kentragina. They are not putting it in the center. Right, I'm now torn a little bit. Let's go Battle Phase. It's fine. You now can't activate Skill Drain. Rex term center. Pretty please, if I ask nicely. I wonder how many of this they play. No, not center Rex term. Trying to work this out. We continue the main phase. I can't activate the effect because it's greater than. They control. Battle phase. So we can activate this. Trying to work it out. We may or may not get there. Probably not. Put it in defense position. Gain 1,000. And then, let's see, this... Yeah, there's no way that works. They probably have the spell trap counter, I'd expect. And if this is destroyed, it floats anyway. Level 6 or lower. But here's the thing, these were not summoned. This... Yeah, it's only Theresia who is the valid target. I summoned this turn, so or last turn, so it couldn't, just shift. One of these has to be the spell trap counter. If it's not, then I can at least do things again. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to do anything there. Cool. And how about it? Do you have the counter trap? Because now you have to activate it. That doesn't seem like a yes. I can now activate my monster effects again. And they don't have a fusion, unless they duped on, they might have duped on fusions. Set a Dynamorphia trap. Yep. Okay, the thing is, to kill this, I need it to attack into, like, Jiraiya, which just isn't happening. There's their copy of Sonic. I think we have to leave it and just say that that's fine. We take the 4K. We summon this end turn. Excuse you. Arcray. What is this? If this is special, you can place... Yeah, that's cool. But you've occupied every pendulum zone. That's kind of funny, actually. We'll do it now. This was set this turn, so it's only one of these that they can activate. Or Kentragina. And the thing is, because they're then floating into this one, it means that they don't get the effect immediately, which is nice. Also, if they banish a trap from grave, that just isn't helping them. Right, what do they put? They put the monster one. So they must have another fusion. I don't mean to sound like an idiot, but if you don't have another fusion, you'd want to get to another fusion, and they're going to use the effect. This does prevent an instance of battle damage. And that will actually just be enough. Oh, rank 4? Lagia. Normal or spect. Or a spell trap activation. Yeah, Dinomorphia is a very no deck. It locks us into Silos if we do it. Funny. What do? Yep, sure. Go for it. What are you scared of? It's the wrong card. Like, you can just... They have an instance to prevent battle damage. And they're about to dump another. If you don't dump a counter trap, you are... Well, no, okay, maybe they're not dead because they can just solemn this with the Yugioh. If they don't, they are dead. Wait. No, we have to do it this way around. That's fine. Game. Well, we didn't have to do it that way. Okay, there we go. Well fought. I probably didn't ramble in any kind of coherence throughout any of that, so there's probably nothing entertaining to have heard me say, but I feel like we actually won that. Regardless of opponent quality, we did win that duel. And that is deserving of a master pack. What do we get? Gradle Combat. I don't think we have other Gradles. Wait. Okay, so high-level monster milling. I don't think we currently have a benefit for that. Plus it's during the standby phase. Opponents as well, but just the standby phase. With the lowest level from your graveyard to your hand. So yeah, it's anti-synergy with itself. Evil Swarm. That's a good Evil Swarm card. But there's a problem that it's an Evil Swarm, well, all Swarm card. That's interesting. Well, I didn't mean to open all of those, but this is good. This is good. It's a cubic. We don't have cubics. Right, let's see if we can find something to take out for double Cyclone. Is there anything of our own that we would actually want to remove from the field at all? I don't think so. Unless we want to pop our own Clockwork Knight sometime, maybe. But this is a good field spell. We are very much not on a normal deck. But it just spits out tokens. What's the... Okay, what possible anti-synergies? Our possible anti-synergies include... Exactly Abominable Unchained Soul. Well, okay, not exactly that one. This guy as well, possibly. Maybe Good Witch, depending. Is there anything here that's like, that's a normal, because they both are like... Well, that one summons itself as a normal, that summons a token. That guy's a normal. It's tempting. We're trying to keep the deck size down. I'm not sure it's going to work because, like, Pacifist is crazy. 2,000 attack token every turn. It's a level 8 water normal. It doesn't give us access to any kind of synchros. It doesn't... well... it is a water monster. We can only control one of it, but it is a water. And then we got Double Cyclone, which is spell trap removal. I think unless we actually start coming up against a lot more dangerous spell traps, I might not actually put this in. For the what does... hold on. New button here. I'm so curious. It tells you how to build a good deck. And it's randomized between probably topping meta lists. Yeah, this is what Master Duel looks like when you're actually playing to win. Look at all these URs. I wonder how many presets it's got in here. There's not like the greatest deck variety yet, but there's not going to be. Although this is already like 6 or 7. That's Sky Striker. That's a little bit more niche than some of these. That's Salad. That's... huh. Sprite. I'm sorry, I might just sit here for a minute. This is a button that is, like, really interesting. It's also showing us that we have, like, parts of decks, you know? Like, we have 2 Yubel cards. Let's go. We're only missing the entire rest of them. That's Ice Barrier. Wait. Huh. Okay, so this is another thing. It's slightly weird, like, 2 Maxi, they're playing, like, this is correct. This is also correct. This is not. There needs to be a third one in here. Wait, how many Dark Magician cards do we... we actually have a few Dark Magician cards. But not the one that's actually needed, because it's a ultra rare. We have... oh wait, no. Those are copies of Blue Eyes we can't use. But we can use these. Just how many decks... okay, it does have a fair few decks. That's Raid Raptors. Jeez. Is it going to default through, like, the structure deck ones? Or the ones that, like, low... yeah, like... these feel like the tryout decks. And then you go into super heavy. Which, oh boy. Do I hate this. Look at this. 4 cards in the extra deck. Shame. Complete shame. They have a lot of decks in here, actually. They probably don't have one for, like, every deck in the game, and it's gonna loop, like, okay, in theory, this is the loop again. And yeah, this is, like, it's got the Master Duel tax in it in the correct form. Anyway, away from that, discard, change, and return. Because, yeah, we're not playing that. We're playing Masochist, which means we're never going to have constructed deck. Let's go back into it. I know we didn't include either of the cards, but I think that at the moment we shouldn't. That is the second Supe with no Duskwalker. It's a very big shame that these, that this guy has but one animation. We didn't get one combo, we did get a different one. Like, the American football and helmet, I get why that's got one animation. This is a living creature, but it just looks and does the thing. Oof. No, we leave it. I would rather banish Eternal Soul. They're adding... Yes, okay, so they're adding it to hand. That's fine. They're going to summon the Dark Magician. That's fine. They might try and banish the Good Witch. I hope they try and banish the Good Witch. Ah, they didn't. Right, okay, now we do have an uphill battle. It was greedy to save it. We should have just tried to stop them from getting to it in the first place. The thing is, you never know if they open it, or Magician's Salvation as well. That's the other thing. They could just open another card. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of it, because they're just fusion summoning into the 20... Is it 2800? It's the guy that makes this unkillable. It can't be targeted by card effects. They did not fuse into it. And it's 2900. Why? Oof. Okay. It means we could keep a Good Witch. Oh, this card isn't Dark Magician. It allows you to special summon a Dark Magician, but the Eternal Soul does that anyway. Anyway, yeah, we'll only take 100, and then we'll get back our Good Witch. Oh, we will not only take 100. But we get to keep a monster, which is arguably more important in this. I need to get a way to remove this, and deck thinning is, you know, it's going to help out a little bit. That kind of does it. I know what they're gonna do, I'm just waiting. Well, no, the thing is they don't need to do it. Even if they do it, this doesn't get its protection. If this card is destroyed. Sure. They don't have a Gaia. That's what it is. They don't have a Gaia, the Dragon Champion. You need to summon both. Alright, this is fine. No, we do not continue the attack. This is unaffected. What do we have? That's like the next best we have. So we set this, and we have to leave them as level 4s for the moment, just for the off chance that one of them gets destroyed and we can maybe draw into another. Because the play is to go into battle phase. Well, I guess we're doing it now. It does mean they can just set it this turn, but at the very least it does bounce it to hand now. And gets rid of this. Bye. What are you putting on top of your deck? Because you didn't need to chain that to the Eternal Soul effect. Like, there was no reason in the slightest. Yeah, there's your Dark Magical Circle. This dies, you've got 2 Dark Magicians in the grave. Is that 2 draws? Different names. They get 1 draw. Which means they then get their... I really hate this. And the thing is, I can't do anything about it. What was that? Bond with teacher and student? If you control Dark Magician, you do not currently control Dark Magician, you will next turn. And they will... Okay, but here's the question. Do they do it before the battle phase? During the damage step, we need... Okay, we got it. No, we don't. They just summon a Dark Magician and banish something. Like, anything. And we're locked into Cyber, so we can't even summon it. It's me forgetting that this being on the field actually complicates it. It completely outs it. Wow. We can make this, which is 50 points weaker. Hello there. It's going okay. How are you doing? Yubel is not vanished from the meta, but it's still about. It's technically a deck that counters Tenpai, so it's still about. It's not really here in gold. Or if it is, then they're not particularly great players. Believing that Inspector Border is an FTK against them. We are playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, as you can see. We're running a Masochist challenge at the moment. And the highest we've got is Plat 5, which we did last month. And I did click on... Yeah, okay, I clicked on the right card. Let's see. It's not around as it used to be, but yeah, Tenpai is not anything like... Okay, here's the bit. Like, Tenpai isn't difficult to play. You obviously have some familiarity, right? Master Duel players do not seem as gifted at Tenpai, or indeed as, like, half decent as just TCG. Ah, damn. Do these guys care about type? Samurai, Warrior Tuner. Okay, so we stop the link, we stop the synchro. It is super easy to use, but that doesn't necessarily stop a Master Duel player, you know? They will find a way. Because we have, like, actually, yeah, this is a perfect example. Clockwork Knight is a good Tenpai counter on Master Duel. Because half of your opponents spin their wheels, making a good few hundred plays, trying to work out that Nightmare Phoenix removes this. Why, thank you. That's a nice compliment. I shall remember that. Quick play spell, yeah, we're waiting for the continuous and the field spell, because this does slow them down a little bit, but it's going to be far better for us to actually remove the cards that can have Bushido counters on them. Oh no! Okay, now we have no reason to not. But yeah, Clockwork Knight is a half-decent Tenpai counter, because apparently the Tenpais care about being dragon monsters. So if your opponent doesn't actually understand that their generic, like, Black Rose or Nightmare Phoenix is enough, then, you know, you have somewhat of a chance. What can we get? We don't have anything in the grave. We don't have any machine monsters in rotation. DNA would be good. We have, unfortunately, not surgery, but we have transplant. But what's weird is, like, I didn't think about it because we got DNA transplant, like, I wouldn't say, like, really early on, but a few streams in. And a couple streams ago now, we got the Light Imprisoning Mirror, which, of course, means that we have a 2-card skill drain. Which is really weird. Oh, just battle phase? They really don't know what they're doing with this, do they? The ultimate 6 Samurai end board. Like it or not, this is the peak of gameplay. They are screwed. Gains 100 attack, each time a 6 Sam. 2 counters. Remove. You know what? Yes, we will search. Read. Can't be destroyed by battle. No, this can be destroyed by battle. There's nothing that's going to stop this. Oh, you're on about the Spirit Reaper, sorry. Anyway. Yeah, Skull Reaper. Realised a little bit too late. We're just going to boost this guy's attack. And for what it's worth, we will change this to attack position. Because can you imagine a discard is actually a good effect? Take 500. Nice. The secret 6 Sams actually have graveyard effects, I think. Yeah, that you see, they would have wanted that in the graveyard. Slightly too late. Kagemusha. Alright, now we have it on. Because now they attempt to act... Oh, okay. Now they attempt to activate the effect. Or sometime soon. They will try. I swear at some point they will try. That is their third one. Nope. Wait, hold on. It's important to read. Monster. And they didn't have any cards to discard, so they couldn't actually trigger the search. Bye. It's not that I really know 6 Samurai, but I know their continuous and field spell are really important due to counters. They are arguably the most effective counter deck in the game. I probably do read more than I play. This is a masochist challenge. I also like to have a good knowledge of cards. It's very, like, it's so useful, even niche cards, to have just, like, a common passing, like, familiarity. Like, oh, this thing can't be targeted, or, oh, this thing is, you know, immune to destruction. This thing has a battle trick. Something like that. And so I know a lot of cards that I don't need to know, and then when it comes to meta cards, I'm just normally like, this kind of cuts me in half, right? This is a good card, but we don't have enough soup heavies. That's good, but we don't have enough plants. We're starting to get Boojins. Very slowly, but we are starting to get Boojins. We pulled one earlier this stream. We do not have any pendulums. Yeah, no. Ghost Tricks. I think we have a Ghost Trick which requires other Ghost Tricks, so that's not going to work. Here we go. The most useful card of our one Master Pack so far. Spike Shield with Chain. And Lemon Magician Girl. This is not good for us. Tribute a Spellcaster, add a Spellcaster. But it can't tribute itself. It's not Rota. So yeah, the trapped card is, unironically, the best thing we just pulled. Oh, I realised you are new to stream, and you have not seen the deck. Use Blue Eyes with the Xyz support. Blue Eyes is, yeah, actually kind of decent with the new support. I completely understand that. That's solid. In more, like, when I'm playing Master Duel to have a bit of fun, but also to win, just sort of like climb up for a few gems and what have you, I play Generator. Because Generator is really fun and really strong. I love it. But what I'm playing at the moment is, you know, a pile of cards. Are you familiar with what the Master Duel Masochist Challenge is? Because if you are, then that explains everything. I have never seen... Yeah, okay, then you're probably not familiar with the Masochist Challenge. What it is that you create a fresh account on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and then from there, you open up your choice of 6 Master Packs to 10 Master Packs. And that's your starting deck, that little card pool there. And the reason why it's 6 to 10 is because normally you're going to pull a couple of extra deck cards here or there. So 6 packs is the minimum, but 10 packs is okay. It doesn't really make a functional difference. It gives you like a little bit of flexibility with your first deck. Every one win in this Masochist Challenge, you're allowed to open 1 Master Pack. And you can add that to your collection. There is no crafting. You get whatever legacy packs you get. And there's no secret packs. Now, various YouTubers have done this, you know, I think, yeah, Simo started this, which if you know Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTube, you know Simo, or at least probably heard of him. Simo started this, and there have been plenty of others who followed. I'm using the same rule set as Hardleg Joe, because, 1, I quite like his streams, he's a really funny guy. 2, the rule set is kind of neat, because there are a couple like little twists in it, which is when you get into gold, where we are now, as well as your 1 Master Pack, you can now do the proficiency test, which isn't a huge reward by itself, but it means every now and then you get the odd, the odd legacy pack as a bonus. And, let's see, then in Platinum, you can treat yourself to 2 Master Packs per win. It's a massive, massive bonus, of course. In Diamond, you can do the solo mode gates, 1 per win, which means that you can actually access some powerful cards. Like, I think Raigeki is what behind the solo mode. So, you know, it's nothing to sniff at, really. Plus, it's just free cards, so you might actually get something that you're, like, building towards. And then if you do ever make it to Master, you can open a secret pack instead of a Master Pack for any secret packs you've unlocked during that stream. So, like, the rule set is looking really good at the high ranks, but of course, I have only got to Plat 5, and I couldn't rank up into 4. I just couldn't string enough wins together. And the highest I know anyone who's doing this to have gotten is, I think, low diamond, maybe like high diamond. It is a difficult challenge. It's why I'm not opening the free packs that are on the homepage. On my regular account, yes, I have done, but I'm not playing that because, like, where's the fun and intrigue in playing a regular account on Master Duel? I'm a lot more able to distance myself from wins and losses on Masochist than my main account, because the main account feels like some real effort put into it. this does too, but it's different. It's like, it's almost like I've bought, I don't know, an eBay bundle of just random cards, and I've gone to locals. It's just like, right, I'm playing. I hope to win 1% of the time. And I really, like, I love going in with that attitude. It is a chill deck. Sometimes you just don't open the hand that does anything. Other times you open something half decent. They have a 4-card extra. This is either an FTK, a Masochist deck, or just a bot. I guess the FTK can be a bot as well. But yeah, it's a little bit weird, but I have been playing Masochist to chill out with Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it feels so much more low stakes. It's going to be a very long time before I get into Diamond. Unless all of these pulls go tremendously. Oh, there is one rule I didn't mention that Joe also uses, which I can't remember if Simo does as well. But if you... Oh, Melodious. That might be a problem. But yeah, if you manage to pull a Royal Rare by any luck of the draw, then you are allowed to open one bonus secret pack that the Royal Rare is from. If it's not from a secret pack, like let's say you get a Royal Rare from the Legacy pack, you can get one extra Master Pack. What is this? You can special and Melodious from your deck. Yeah, that's not currently doing anything. I've never been in Diamond LOL, only Plat 2. Well, likewise, what was it? The highest I've been in Master Duel was Plat 2. Master was announced and released. Joe was... Let's see, Joe was playing Generator for the ladder climb for that month. And, like, he was actually, you know, playing it for that month. So I was climbing at the same time he was. But I only, like, I reached Plat 2, and I could not be bothered with the grind. I was finding that I was having less fun with it, like, I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a little bit weird. TCG play is very fun, even if you're losing. Because, like, your opponent's, like, it's about how you interact with your opponent. Master Duel, when you're losing, has no such luck. Special summon it in defense position. What do you have? Melodious is a deck of locks. Special summoned, you can add a Melodious. I think we still do this, and we just destroy this one anyway. But yeah, it feels a lot more fun to lose in TCG because you can just, like, joke and interact with your opponent a lot more. But at the same time, I'm very glad that Master Duel doesn't have, like, a voice chat. That would be horrendous. Or even a text chat. Once per turn, target Melodious gains 800 attack until your next standby. Yeah, that's fine. Means I won't be able to beat over it, but I could book it. I could just flip it face down and then hit it. The only problem is if sent to grave, which means they're doing it regardless. That's when spec'd, but it won't miss timing. Oh, Clockwork Knight. That is really good. We will leave Unchained on the field. For if this boy dies now and gets sent to the graveyard, he comes back in end phase. I wonder if they care about types. No, 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 no. Okay. Good quick fact check. Ah, you did it wrong. You managed to make it miss timing. I think I also missed an upstart goblin, but we'll ignore that. I'm just waiting for them to pop off on their turn after blocking their pendulum scale. Yeah, sure, we'll just activate it now. Anyway, now we can search either Regulus or our BES. Costs a discard, but we can do it. Okay. Doesn't have a normal summon effect. You can fusion summon. And what are your options again? I mean, you just probably go into this, right? Oh, link summon. Ah, no, they're going to start establishing the lock. If you're not familiar with Melodious, they have some really cool combos now because, what is it? This card is full Melodious combo or something like that. If normaled, add a Melodious monster from deck to hand. If added to hand except by drawing it, you can reveal spec a Melodious, but also, where is it? The Pendulum effect. If you do not control any face-ups other than Melodious, add a Melodious spell trap. And then that allows you to add Concerto, which means you can fusion summon using your scales to make Baka. That's probably not the right pronunciation, but you can fusion summon to make this, you get your pendulum scales back, and then you get special and Melodious from deck. And Melodious used to be a really, really terrible deck, but yeah, they are establishing it. Long story short, these effect monsters are the more concerning things, because this one, it's not this one. Here we go. Cannot be targeted by card effects or destroyed by battle. And then I think this one, right? I'll check what's going on the field in a minute. And then cannot be destroyed by card effects. So these two are effectively soft-locking your opponent from just doing anything against you. And then you got a few things here or there, like, what is it, one of these is an attack boost? Somewhere. All fairy monsters you control gain 300. No others? Is this one not related to them? All fairy monsters gain 500 attack defense. Where is that one then? I guess you don't view that one, yeah. But yeah, they very much just establish a lock. Pendulum decks, yeah, you're not going to run into a lot of them. And they're just, well, I was about to say unfortunately they're not particularly good. I don't think that's necessarily unfortunate. There are a lot of pendulum decks that do very disgusting plays, because they can put up pendulum scales, and it's surprisingly easy to pendulum summon a level 4 monster. The thing is, we're a lot better off than we could be, because they blocked off a pendulum zone using this attack mod. And they're not making the other card that's a problem for us. Target up to 3 cards, once while face up on the field. Okay, so they can actually out the Unchained. But they do have to crash in with this to do it. In any grave... yeah, okay. Okay. We have Book of Moon. Yeah, that is the right play to do. Oh, it just can't be destroyed by battle, of course. Even if it could be destroyed by battle, that was just the right move, because now it will this will activate in the end phase, but they will just banish it instead. It is a permanent gain, which is moderately scary. I don't know. We'll work it out. We have a Psychic. Well, we might not have a Psychic in Grey. Oh, no, they're just leaving it. Well, That's interesting. It's not a targeting effect. Bye. I could still win this. It's odd. I might actually keep that. We don't have the best field spell in the deck, but it is a field spell. Normal summon. Special summon. Target Melodious. Unaffected by your opponent's spell trap effects. Thanks for the monster. I'm also not activating any spell trap effects. And you're also just not activating this one. Now, I did read that right, yeah? Spell trap effects, that's it. What do we have? Targeting Melodious, special it in defense. Right, so we can kill this, and what can it bring back? It can't bring back itself. It could bring back one of these. And when special summoned, add to hand. Yeah, I think we do just book this. We're not doing that. We're going to battle phase. We attack over this one first, because I want to check maths. Right, so we can... When was this summoned? Oh, this one's going back to the deck anyway. Yeah, I think we just kill this now. Or at least threaten them and make them banish from the graveyard. They just, of course, target cards in my graveyard. But now they're not doing it at another point. It does mean... Why are you targeting your own graveyard? There was no reason to target your own graveyard. You get this back. No, you get a random draw. Set that. This is a very strange duel. We have Oleanoids in attack position as it's unaffected and just something for my opponent to try and hit into. If you're not familiar with Dark Sanctuary, it's maybe Magic Cylinder on every attack, which is why we're running it. We don't have... There aren't many good field spells to just, you know, pull in a Masochist run, but this is one of them. And we do have one of the other ones, the, what's it, Pacifist field spell. But the problem is, we're not really on a normal deck, and we don't have any of the search targets. So it's, you know, how far can a level 8 2000 token get you? Right. This still isn't something you'd really use. Oh no, that's completely... Hey! Thanks for that. I'm happy that you've, you know, kind of enjoyed it. Thank you very much. You have a good night's rest, and, you know, hope work goes okay then. Because, well, I assume it's work. Hope tomorrow goes okay. You too. Thanks, you know, thanks for popping in. Always heads, baby. It was. Oh, this is going to be possibly so easy from here. You can make 2 attacks? Oh dear, whatever shall I do? Oh, okay. They actually got him. Draw into a machine monster would be really funny right now. Like, just any old machine. That's not it. But this is fun. Yeah, that's okay. We'll just hit in for 2,000. I've moved further away from the microphone. I'm sorry, I must get a drink. Right, now let's see if I can move back without breaking the setup. End phase. That's interesting. Oh, that is very interesting. Who's giving the attack boost? No one. Let's see. So yeah, it's not enough. Target Melodious in your grave, add it to hand. What do you want to add to hand? Like, any of it, really. Bounce these. Oh, that actually does just win the game on its own. Extra 1,000 attack. They can't use their other Pendulum Zone. Again, like, they really aren't understanding. Here's 15 to the face. You have now lost the game, because you don't have either of your Pendulum Zones. Yes, this is a very winnable Melodious matchup, apparently, because they are new to the deck or they are flustered. They misplayed early on, and it is snowballing. You do sometimes just have games like that, so I do kind of understand it. You have a slightly bad one and it just spirals into a completely unwinnable duel over one misclick. Or one mistake, even if it's not a misclick necessarily. You see, it is fine for you to add a Melodious monster. What are you going to do? You have no Pendulum Scales. You have one face-down card in the extra deck. Have you gone through that many? No, you're just recycling them. Oh, they didn't have... Wait. That's... It's... Alright. I'm very confused. They could have done that at any point and probably made this a lot more winnable for themselves, but they haven't, and now it's a problem for them. Because they have to succeed a lot of coin flips. They still have to succeed in a lot of coin flips. Pendulum effect. So, yeah, if they fail Baka, then we win. If they succeed Baka, we might still win. Maybe Bacha. The Melodious art is actually pretty cool. That's a lot of attack. Yeah, you've now locked yourself off from achieving game. Assuming all your coin flips go as planned. Right? No. No, okay, they can. Oh, they were just holding that word. Okay, yeah. That'll do it. It was a winnable matchup. But we kind of need this to, like, well... We need this one to succeed. This is literally make or break. We have quite possibly just won the duel. Because they have to succeed 2 coin tosses now, in theory. Well, unless that's actually just like a negate attack. I'm going to put it over here. Unless that's a negate attack or a stat mod. Game. Thank you, Jar Warhead. Your spirit, it helped. And we ranked up. We're actually in Gold 3. It has taken us a little bit of time to do it. Well, a little bit of time. But not forever. Not like some of the streams. Anyway. Oh, we actually have legacy packs now. Let's go. Right. Dark Effigy. We are not using that. Goblin Black Ops. This is a card, for all my knowledge, I have not seen before. Until the end of your next turn. Except with it. That is a 1300 direct attacker. That's not terrible. Those two are. Especially this. It's got a retrain, it's that bad. Right. 1 whole master pack. Let's see what we get. That was a pretty long duel against the Melodious deck, but I think well earned. Right. We're not on insects. We are not on Metaphys. Ooh, I think we have to play that, right? It's proven, like, kinda decent. That's apparently not our first. We're getting a lot more we're getting so many duplicate cards. That's kind of decent. Tribute your continuous trap instead of a monster. I don't think we have True Draco or True King cards, but it is worth the look. Yeah, let's go to the deck. Might be time to make a couple edits. True Draco. We have exactly this, which does not work with Ignis. True King. We have just Ignis. Okay. This is something to keep an eye on still. This is a 2400 tribute summon, which can be summoned over just like this, which is not bad. I mean, you can also tribute Clockwork Knight or the Goddess Skuld's Oracle, which we are putting a second one in. The deck is slightly more consistent at, you know, our lower card count, but this is really good. We're actually starting to play a lot more duplicates. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs in our main deck. That's our third Voiceless Voice thing. Double Cyclone Phantasm. I don't think we're playing the Phantasmal or the Phantasm City. Let's have a look at our vampires again. So yeah, we are starting to get a non-zero mount. These are all zombies. This one's a warrior. Does that impact anything? No, it doesn't look like it. I wonder what else we have that's like zombie related. We have a couple cards. Not much. Banish a zombie from either graveyard, special summon some haunted tokens with the same level. If in your graveyard, shuffle a banish and set this. This requires Plague Spreader. I'm pretty sure we don't. Yeah, we don't have Plague Spreader. Enmas. 5 zombies from your grave if you do special at level 7. Yep, don't think we can do that. We don't have zombie synchros really. We have this, but it needs Plague Spreader. We could use this. Can we use the Shiranuis? If sent to the graveyard for synchro, you can add a Shiranui, so it could rota for this, which isn't particularly brilliant. What about Vendread? We have a Vendread. Okay. Vampire, Vendread. What about just like zombie type in general? Because not every zombie will mention zombies, right? No. But zombie didn't bring up this, which is insane. Let's see, if you control level 10. That's good. Ish. Ah, here's the other ghost trick. Yeah, we got this. Now we've got that. They're not going to run into that more than once. Unless we have attack modification things. Zombie deck doesn't look like it's a realistic thing for the moment. But we might eventually get there. We didn't get anything new, I don't think, for like machines and such, did we? Depends if we're playing 2 of this, I guess. No, okay. What do we... Oh yeah, we added the Goddess Scold's Oracle. So let's call it 2. And that means we're ready to go back to the ladder. Let's go for it. We're only onward and upward. We can't de-rank in gold. Okay. Not necessarily the end of the world. They did have to think about that pretty hard, though. I think they like Orcust. And maybe they do like Orcust. It's not really a going first hand. Like, Shared Ride would get some value. But that's about it. Yep, there's M-Pen. It's good that we have Lightning Vortex, but I don't think this is winnable. Flu going first for full combo versus Lightning Vortex. Oh right, hold on. Yeah, during the main phase, Norm Summon level 4, so I think they can just put this back up again, right? Chill out. Okay. We don't have a Horn of Heaven. It is purely just a beat stick. but we could put it in the pension zone spec. Just if it battles a monster. This one. Negate any monster effect your opponent activates. Man, fuck you. If you choose to, like, combo off at some point, I will punish you for it. I say that like it means anything. Now, yeah, the big problem is that this is just battles a monster. I need to remember what that face down does. What does it do? During the main phase. Go hard or go home, right? I could just, you know, take the go home option. I'm already in bed. Ah, what's that? Toggle on for end of main. Okay. I think the shared ride legit stopped them from thinking about comboing. Which is new to me. Normal summon, because they got this back into hand. Yeah, like, they're probably just about to show me what they can do off of an Eaglin. Yeah, like, exactly. You add this to hand, or you normal summon this, activate its effect, Chainlink 2 Robina to add to hand, add the, so yeah, that resolves, get yourself Apex, and then you can immediately after this resolves, normal summon. I guess this one does it as well. And that's your normal summon. And normal summon, add, then normal summon. It really is just, you know, special summoning under a different name. This and Gen X. Although the Gen X then, you know, use all those normal summons to go into special summons, so they still do it. Yeah, you see, the problem is they're now just going to tribute this, which does put it into the spell trap zone. If this card is tributed, you can place it in your pension zone, so I'll have the 8 scale. But it's not like drawing the 3 scale does anything for me. Let's give them a minute to just close it. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Right, let's see if we can get a couple more wins in. 2 viewers probably means my internet on laptop and internet on phone. If it does not, hello other person. Or hello, you know, people watching the VOD. This is a going first hand. Or maybe not. No, maybe it is. Yep. Going first hand. I guess lucky for me, I can normal this, special this, and then I have 2500 marshmallow on. Because they are going to end on 2 monsters. And the thing is, we will both get 1 monster effect activation, actually. Oh, so mine's going to be the blaster cannon core, actually. Assuming they, that this is the field. Oh no, Sprite Elf. Yep, there we go, Elf. I don't control a monster. And you're not going to Exceed Summon at quick effect speed, are you? No. No, you're not. When your opponent activates a monster effect. Okay. Link again. Sprint. What does Sprint do? Link Summon, send a level 2. Send Angler. Sent from hand or deck to graveyard, special summon up to 2 Nimbles. They are locked into 2s, but there are some good 2s about. They still currently only have 1 monster effect. And I'm not really about to change that for them, not yet. They have 2 monster effects. Add a Melfi from deck to hand. Right, so it's this, right? Right, let's just check that that's right, that the math is mathing. What are the odds they play Geonator? I think it's lower odds that they play or Relinquished Animus, sorry. They have 2 monster effects. Those spell traps could be like Imperm or something like that. That's 1 monster effect. If your opponent normal specials, you can return this to the hand. Okay. Okay, if they managed to out-inspect a border, took them to exactly 2 summons. Or 2 monster effects, sorry. Unfortunate. I can't begrudge them though. Outing Inspector Border is completely fine. Like, that's just fair gameplay. Oh wait, hold on. Is this a special summon once per turn? It is a special summon once per turn. You can... Yep. Oh wait, it cannot attack. Also, its effects negated while it's face up on the field. Huh. That's nowhere near as bad as I thought it'd be, but... And that's pop. when your opponent activates spell trap card or effect. We love to see it. Temporary boost. Enjoy. You could negate it. You're going to negate it. Interesting. We'll end turn. Right, we've got exactly one spell trap activation that we can get away with. They didn't destroy it. Oh, yeah, they didn't tribute a link rank 2. Yeah, that's fine for the moment. That's still fine for the moment. Yep. Right. Your opponent cannot target this monsters this card points to with card effects. So, for the sake of argument, we are going to pitch this. Right, yeah, okay, it does show. So, we will spin this back, and they will carrot. They will carrot. We will metaverse. And we will get Magic Cylinder Infinity 50% of the time. No, we won't. Ash Blossom. That's the end of the game. Well, we tried. And again, I can't exactly begrudge them that. They outed Inspector Border. So let's see what the next one has in store for us. These monster spell bases are a lot more common than I thought they'd be. Hey, we got the thing. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yep. Discard. Spec. Monsters on the field, Virgil, or this. Fuck it, we're making Virgil. First time summoning. Omni negate. Limited spell trap removal. Mass spell trap removal, maybe. Let's see what you got. 6 cards in extra. 51 in main. We will never know. We will know. We're going to take a look at that. I gotta know. 2 whole legacy packs from that. Sword Soul. Just all the cards. 2 structures. And that's it. Alright, I don't understand why they surrendered. I don't know what they possibly could have drawn. But, regardless, we did win that. We get 2 legacy packs. Let's see what we got. That's a card. It's probably not something we'll play, because we need to summon this, equip it to something, and that something needs to die by battle specifically. Keyman the Key Warrior. Again, this is another thing that I'm not actually sure looks like it's a real card. I mean, it must be, it's in the game, but... that's not something we want. And we don't have, like, enough reason to play that. We have Xyz monsters, we don't summon them that frequently. One Mass Pack. What do we got? Fluffle Owl. Quintet Magician. Doesn't open anything. Requires 5 spellcasters. We could, in theory, fusion summon it. Yeah, no. That's an Infernity card. That is removal. It's only temporary, but it is removal. Non-targeting destruction. And we both take the damage. That might be worth playing. Probably over Sakuretsu Armor. I have a little bit more control with Sakuretsu Armor, but it is targeting monster removal. And we're not playing Arisen Gaia. So let's go to our deck and just change that around, because I think that is actually worth it. Right. Pop this. Oh, wait, no, maybe we do it... Yeah, we just replace Trap Hole with Spikes, actually. Because that's very specific. And Ichiroku's Ledger Book. This is good. It is removal. But we are now at very much almost an equal number of... Oh no, we are. We're at an equal number of spell traps and monsters. Not every monster can just be normal summoned. We've had a couple duels already where we get this, this, and this. Or this in opening hand. We don't have as many spell cards. It might be time to get rid of the Burning Dragon. Maybe put in a different monster. What other monster would we put in? This is just a tribute summon. 2400 Monarch stats. Let's go. This one wants to be special summoned. Otherwise it just dies in the first battle. And I don't think there's anything else that's particularly great. Yeah. Probably would have put it in by now, because that is back to this boy. Although we could put this guy in. That's a repeat level 6 monster. Doesn't... well... it can help us summon this. And it's extra bodies for link material on the subsequent turns. We could also just put this in. Completely forgot we had that. It's not going to put on as much pressure, but it is going to save us in a pinch. Opponent's card, so that doesn't work with the double Cyclone we just got. Double Cyclone does work with our artifacts, that should be said. I might want to check on the ninja deck sometime soon. What did we change again? We put this in, and we put this in. Right. Gotta do it. Onward. Next duel. More success. It is inevitable. We will eventually rank up into Platinum again. Don't know how long it's going to take. Don't know if we'll do it this month. I think we will, though. I'm not playing quite as frequently as I was when I wasn't streaming it, but I don't think that's important. Hand's not terrible. Matchup, however, is terrible. Right. Okay, so we could just block them from maybe getting to Kagari ever. But this is Sky Striker. Oh, they've set exactly Widow Anchor. Nothing else. Widow Anchor, anything specific? Negate its effects then if you have 3 or more spell traps, take control of it. Until the end phase, though. So, normal summon. Battle phase. You can take control of it. So it would have been optional anyway. Right, what do they need? They need to get one to their hand. Engage would be good for them to get to their hand. Okay. I'm going to activate this here, just on a whim. Okay, they're going to Ash Blossom. That is fine. I'm very tempted to declare water, but I think we call fire. May you never summon Kagari again. And here's the thing, they still don't have, like, Ray in rotation. So I can inflict 1500 burn right now. And I think I will. Do you think they know what they're doing? Sky Strikers should have a really good, like, kind of grind game. And a pretty easy way out of situations like this. They have... Huh. They're really holding off on this Widow Anchor. I wonder what they're holding it for. Next turn? If they don't use it next turn, and they don't put up a monster, then they are dead. Surely they've got, like, jamming waves or afterburners or something like that. They've got to, right? Or another engage, or a ray, or like literally anything. It's still a fire monster. I do take the damage, I guess. Sure. You've put a monster in your main monster zone, though. Unless you plan to link that off as well. They do. For Camellia. Okay, there we go. And that allows them to actually put Ray into rotation. Which is something akin to the end of the game for us. Three or less. They have three or more. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, target a monster your opponent controls, special summon it to your opponent's field, shift controls. And if you do send the monster to the graveyard... That's just if sent to the graveyard, so yeah, that's not great for us, but it does put it back in the main monster zone. Take 300. Do you want to give me a 1500 beat stick to hit you with? And trust that I have nothing to make? Oh wait, no, you don't need to, because you just send this to the graveyard now. Sure, that's fine. Can you put on 200 damage? If you can, you win. If you can't, you lose. Okay. That's 1500. You get to send a Sky Striker card. Is this the final Ray? Yep, there we go. Only took him 3 years. Sure, if you want to put something on your field, go for it. Cosmo Good Witch. You're not playing Cosmo Sky Striker. It's just a defense wall. Let's see, what could we... Oh. SP. Oh, they're gonna get rid of this. They're sick of it. Congratulations, you've locked your EMZ. Right. Now this is very important. That doesn't do it. It's not far. But yeah, you don't have a Sky Striker monster that was destroyed. That's the important bit. This is very razor edge for a game that should have been over very quickly. Ooh. That might just be the end of the game. Because this is still yeah, that's the end of the game. I'll let them close it out. I would say they've earned it. They haven't. Like, here's the thing, they summoned, what? One Hayate, and then didn't think to do it for like another turn. Just completely ignored it was an option. Tried to not do it. I have no cards in hand. You gonna hit me? I'm sticking around so you can actually, like, finish things. If you're just gonna fool around, I will surrender. We tried. We got so close. Again, Elite Goblin Squad would come in clutch. Apparently I really should be adding in a 1300 direct attack at level 4. Feels like such a, clutch card. And especially if you just, Psychic Blade it, then it's 3300. Okay, 46 and 15. Dogmatica. See, it makes sense for, like, this thing to have one animation. I think we've already lost. Not to be defeatist, but they have established a monster. And they have, oh wait, that's funny. Punishment it. Shall it be funny? Basil. I can still kill this if you don't punishment. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now the question is... we're on well... Okay, that's weird. Add a branded spell trap. That is very weird. Activate. Activate. Put it in the wrong column. The game is lost. About, like, misplaced snowballing. This is that. You're experiencing exactly what I talked about earlier. Set a branded spell trap. If it's branded fusion, I'm not quite sure you understand. But it won't be branded fusion. Alright. I obviously don't understand. Okay. Summon it here, it'd be funny. Damn. Sure. Let's put a slightly bigger beat stick on the field. Yeah, sure. Take control of it if you want. Curse you for doing a good thing. Man, I play one hand trap that's not even a hand trap. Not quite true, I also play the Abominable Unchained. Be real funny if you failed it. We will destroy a card. They wanted that in the graveyard anyway. Why did they set this then? Do you not want it in hand? I'm so confused. Anyway, you tried to attack with this, so you can't change its battle position now. You can't fusion summon, you can just return it to hand. Why no fusion summon? Okay. Yeah, that's kind of funny. We'll save it. As long as possible, we will save this. Because it's an if, it means if we pitch it off Wing Blast, we get to stack their deck and, you know, blank a battle phase, if we're not feeling lucky. Which, of course, we aren't. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a card effect targets Bestial, or if your opponent... yeah, okay, that's cool. You're assuming I will have Light and Darks in my grave. Well, no, they're assuming that I do something with their Bestials. Right, now they do just Branded Fusion. And the problem with that is I can't really let them keep the fusion material on field. That's fine. Now in theory... Okay, I need to... Yeah, there is an inherent problem here. Right. Rebellion. You can fusion summon by shuffling mentioned on it from deck, field, graveyard, and or banished. Which means they can just summon Mirror Jade, so there's no reason to do anything about it. This card cannot attack for the turn. And they are locked into fusion summons. They summon Mirror Jade. They have a quick effect, banish the card on the field. I can blank a battle phase, I can spin Mirror Jade back, it won't nuke my field. Oh no, that's not Mirror Jade. That's Masquerade. Okay. Yeah, sure, I had branded Spell Trap. Target Despia or Fawn of Albaz, so they can do that. And in theory, that's it. We'll let it go. We'll win. It's overall worth it. And we can now attack for 300 over this if they don't decide to use that branded in red. I think we want to put the Masquerade back, unfortunately. I really don't like that. That's funny. I wasn't ever going to do anything else, so this should come as no surprise. Yep. Yep. And Fusion Summon. I don't know what you make. Probably just Mirror Jade using this and the Albaz. Guardian Chimera. Guardian Chimera. How many did they use from hand? They used 2 from hand, 1 from field. And what, just Dramaturge? That one was from field, those 2 were from hand. I could attack into this, but I don't see much point. What do you destroy? Oh wait, it doesn't target. That was a mistake. Oh, no, okay, apparently not. No, we're good. Now, we should be able to blank an entire battle phase if they just go straight to it, but I don't think they will. Which is, you know, smart. What now? Xyz. Once per turn, targets 8 cards on your field, your graveyard, and or your banished cards. Yep. What do we have to do? Because I can bounce, like, a couple cards back to the extra, but they just kind of, like, go through the process and make them again. I can put this back in the hand. They just banish things from graveyard. Do we... Once per turn, when? That is unfortunate. Let's change everything. But the thing is, like, this attack then doesn't go through. No. One. And we can survive if we pick this or this. I don't think we win still. I've not been talking a huge amount during this. I've been wondering if there is a way out. And I think the long story short is... Oh, no. No, there is not a way out. They just have all the things. As is kind of expected. Constructed deck and all. Right. Let's see if we can get one more win before the stream is out. Just one. We're not yet at the 3-hour mark. Going first. Good start. Well, going first, good start was a thing. I mean, looking at the mate and everything... Well, not the mate, but the field spell. Okay, they're not on it. They're not on Live Twin. Sure. Your current special summons a monster from the graveyard. Oh, that's a reference to the Monster Reborn against Slifer. That's pretty... I've never noticed that. That's kind of neat. They're playing around the Imperm columns. I know it's not Imperm, but that's just how you call it. Sure. Excuse you? What the hell? Why would you do this? Well, good thing I'm not activating spell cards or anything. Did not activate it during the battle phase, no one draws. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, this is slightly in the wrong column, but oh well. Yeah, that's fine. We do have a spell trap card. Or we do have a spell card. So we just need to get rid of this thing. It's 300 for each banished card. That's fine. We will make it 300 less. Level 11 Dark Magician. You don't see that every day. I know it's not much, but I do think it's... Wait. There's no way that works, right? If you control Blue Eyes or Dark Magician... Oh, come on. Face-up monsters. Currently. It's not necessarily over. It's not far from it. Don't know what that is. That is okay, just about. I mean, it works. It's all about what this card is. They have got 1,000 measly life points and I couldn't do it. We need one more card. They also probably just need like one card during your main phase. So yeah, they can just rota for like the Gandora, right? Yeah, that's the end of the game. Non-OPT rota that's just a continuous spell. Amazing. Granted, you're playing Shining Sarcophagus, you probably deserve something. I mean, they don't even need to pay the life point cost, right? No, they do. Okay. I just didn't have the cards in hand. Like, I needed exactly the math mech extra in my hand, and I could have, you know, finished it, but that's about it. We tried. Are you gonna try to surrender? That field had a little celebration for when you win. That's kind of neat. A lot of people seem to like these Halloween sleeves and boxes. I get why. The Master Duel bundles are actually normally pretty nice. You get a whole bunch of accessories plus like 10 master packs for an example. I think that's what it might be as standard. Ooh, can I be bothered? What are we on? Tirbisi or Horus? I don't think I can be bothered. We just need... Well, we don't need a win, but I'd like it, and it means there's less work to do next stream. That was a very swift selection of me going first. Can we open any of the combos? Yes, sort of. If you squint. Right. I know not what you play. Face. Hyper Psychic Riser. If ye be Tenyi. And we kill it. I don't have much. We don't have matching type attribute combo in the grave. How many cards are you setting? And you wanted to go second? That doesn't seem right. What are you doing? Mirror Force the deck? Sure, we both take the damage, why not? Masochist deck? Paleo. Rollback. It's going to be rollback, isn't it? No. Burn. Is paleo burn, maybe? Anyway. I mean, what am I going to do? Am I going to not attack? What are you fetching off your trap of tricks? Your trick of traps, Dimension Wall. Of course. But you're too late. No, you're not. Alright. I am probably just dead. They can't Ring of Destruction me thanks to its bountiful amount of erratas. But they can just Dimension Wall me. And that does straight up kill me. I need to think. I don't know. I am probably just dead, but I don't really know how to avoid it. I don't have a huge amount of spell trap removal. The longer this goes on for, the more of a problem it becomes. We'll just call it. I can't beat a dedicated burn deck because they more often just have enough cards. And speaking of, let's actually just check. Yeah. This was weird. This is not optimal. Yeah, there's like nothing you want in your graveyard. Morella is just terrible. We've had a bountiful series of wins, haven't we? Right. One last. Let's see if we can score a win. If we can't, we're still probably going to end the stream after this. I've been going for some time now, and I still have work tomorrow. Hope you guys have all enjoyed it anyway. Right. Real deck. Real deck has approached. Warning. So we set this here, set that there, set that there, pass turn. And we shed ride because there isn't really an alternative. Why does Ciphering Gear Gamma have but one animation? Sure, we'll do it now. Do you have an Ash? No. Will you actually trigger it? That remains to be seen. Probably not, then. I think you misunderstand. Ancient Gear wishes to deal the full damage. Unless you're on Ancient Gear Tentai. Now that would be a deck of all time, right? Super Folly, Ancient Gear, Ancient Gear, Ancient Gear, Urgent. It is Ancient Gears. Can you believe it? They can't deal full damage through Prosperity unless they also have limiter removal. Maybe double limiter removal. Sure. Their effects are negated anyway. Right, I need to... Right. Link to add. I forget what it does. Have they normal summoned yet? I don't think they have. No. That's a problem. We do need to stop that, though. Excuse you? No, hold on. Why couldn't I... If this card is link summoned, when a monster on the field activates it, I don't get it. I don't get why I wasn't able to do it. Right. Activate effect. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response. Okay, reading. Just needed to go a little bit further down. I don't have anything then. I am getting Ancient Gear. Not OTK'd. They are not capable of doing that through Prosperity. But, yeah, I don't know. It's not like they're going to trigger Mirror Force, unfortunately, because, that one doesn't have it. If this card attacks, cannot Spell Trap. Cannot Spell Trap. Cannot Spell Trap. We are getting our value out of Shared Ride, so for what it's worth, it was a good play. Yeah, you can change this to 0, but you need to deal 16,000 damage. At best, you've got a triple attacking 6k. 6k. How big is it? Yeah, at best you've got this. Like, yeah, that doesn't do it. You need 16, so you need this with limiter removal. This with limiter removal works as well. This doesn't. I don't think, anyway. No, it doesn't. Okay, this can attack 3 times. Sure. Oh, wait, that will do it? Yeah, I guess that will. That is 13-2 plus whatever they fuse for. Apparently, Ancient Gear can OTK through Prosperity. If your opponent does absolutely nothing. This probably has it as well. No, this one doesn't have it. But they're just not going to do that. You just wouldn't. And besides, it's like, what? This thing? Where did I take more damage? No, I didn't take more damage. That was 3 times. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, that'll do it. Alright. I'm curious about the list. Still feels wrong. If your opponent is actually playing anything to stop you, you're not going to do it. Subsequent, or supplement my gems. And I think I'm going to have to call it there. We have hit the 3-hour mark on this stream, so thank you all very much for tuning in, if you have done so. Well, don't know why I'm addressing those who haven't. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Hope you've all managed to enjoy the stream, and I look forward to catching you all in the next one on Monday. And speaking of, depending on how it goes, I might do a morning and evening stream on Monday. Have the day off work, so we'll see how it goes. My name has been Catmonic, and goodbye for now.